You are now at the front of the entrance queue. We're operating a partial one-way system in the nursery at the moment. So the first thing we're going to require you to do is to do your shop related product shopping first, because you will not be able to get back to this point once you get a certain stage into your visit. In wet weather we may well extend the entrance queue up and down the first few aisles of the shop, keeping nice and dry, in which case your entrance point would be just here. So then what we'll need you to do is to make your way out into the shrub area. So you've bought yourself some fertiliser, insecticide, bird care, maybe some gardenia irrigation, whatever you needed in the shop. Now you're looking for plants. So you find yourself at the entrance to the shrub area. This is now the only way that you can access the sales greenhouses and bedding plants, etc. So if you need shrubs, then great, you're in the right place straight away. If you don't need any shrubs on this visit, then please walk to the midpoint of this top pathway, noticing the 2 metre signs on the floor. And then you get to this point where the terracotta pots are, and this is where you turn left for the next stage of the journey. Once you reach this point, you have a few choices. You can either continue along this pathway, so more shrubs, climbing plants, ornamental trees, bamboo, specimen plants, conifers, hedging, etc. They can all be found further along that way, and you'll simply return along this path when you want to come back and pay. If you want to get to the sales greenhouses, the bedding plants, or anything in the front area of the nursery, you need to continue down this pathway. So follow the route through the terracotta tubs and pots, and along this path you have 3 choices for turning left. You can either go through number 1 greenhouse, where the vegetables are and the seeds, or you can go through the plastic tub and pot aisle, or you can go through number 3 greenhouse, which is found virtually at the end here, nearly there. You cannot go through number 2 at this point, because number 2 greenhouse will be one way, so this will be the exit point of number 2. Here's number 3 just here. So you've decided to walk through number 1 greenhouse. Number 1 greenhouse is not one way, and we're going to rely on you use your own common sense with regards to social distancing. We've marked 2 metre intervals onto the floor. Just make sure that you keep 2 metres away from any other customers shopping in here. So if we exit number 1, we've not quite finished down here, but this is where you will find all the bedding plants on trolleys like these. There's a whole herbaceous plant area out there, roses, fruit trees, the loos over there, and then the entrances and exits to the other sales greenhouses. Number 2 greenhouse and number 4 greenhouse, our new greenhouse for this year, number 4, will both be one way. We haven't got the barriers in place at the moment, but we have got the floor markings. So you will enter to the right hand side of the double doors at the front of the greenhouse, and you'll just simply follow the arrowed route, snaking up and down the pathways. Now we'll need you to make a fairly decisive route through the greenhouse. Try not to forget anything along the way, because we don't want you moving back once you've got into the system. So the only way you'll be able to get something if you have forgotten it is to literally go all the way round, re-enter the one-way system. As with number 1 greenhouse, number 3 greenhouse is not one way either. So we're going to need you to use some common sense in here as well, plus the floor markings, which will aid you. Just leave yourselves plenty of space to get past each other. Take it in turns to go up the narrow pathways, and everything should be fine. So you've done your shopping and you're ready to leave. This is the only way out of the nursery. If you need for some reason to leave without making a purchase, please make yourself known to a staff member, and we'll show you an alternative route out. But this is where you need to go if you're going to pay for your goods. Till queue starts here, and there's 2 metre intervals all the way along, so please keep to these. Pushing your trolley is essential because the trolley is around about 4 feet, so it's a nice easy gauge for you to know the distance between you and the people in front. So literally snake backwards and forwards. We've got some last minute shop items in the middle of the aisles here in case you forgot something, because remember, you can't get back into the shop at this stage. Round we go, and we stop and wait. So you're nearly there. Please wait here until a space becomes vacant behind either of those 2 tape lines that you see there, or the till operators call you forward. So you move forward as requested. Here is where you can make your last selections of compost. So there's an example of each one here with the prices. I'll tell you what you need to do with that in a minute. So you're waiting here, person in front of you goes forward, you move to the next tape. When requested, you push your trolley forward and you retreat back to this line, leaving the till operators to calculate your trolley. Once they've finished, they will ask you if you require any compost. Remember, behind us, so you say I would like 2 bags of whatever. They will add it to the till. You will get your till receipt and you will collect your bag of compost in the car park.